And welcome here to Winfield on a gorgeous Friday evening here for some high school football. Blaine Smith and Coach Bob Goebel here with you. Big-time matchup here in Week 3 between the Winfield Generals and the Chapmanville Tigers. It's going to be a great football game. Coach Goebel, how are you this evening?
I'm having so much fun already, I can't hardly stand it. I'm at a football game. What else would you want to do? Or if you're viewing a football game, what else would you want to do?
That's right.
I'm looking for a really good contest tonight. Winfield, powerful, likes that running game. We try to stick that most of the time. Chapmanville, a little more versatile. Two different quarterbacks play at times. Running the wide open, more explosive stuff, but it should be a really good matchup.
I think it could be fair to say, Coach Goebel, to handicap this game here. If Winfield's able to control the clock and the ball, and they limit the big plays, that's their success.
Right, absolutely, and that seems to be their philosophy, and it's worked very well for them down through the season. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
Good culture here in Winfield. You can see the fans very into it. We got a bunch of youngsters below us with some slappy things there, and they're getting after it here. Both teams 1-1 though. Big time opportunity here to kind of set yourself up.
Yeah, absolutely.
For a postseason run.
And those slappy things, by the way, are called spirit sticks, man.
Spirit sticks. I don't know what they are, you know.
I kind of like slappy things better, though. That's pretty good.
Free throw balloons. They make a lot of noise, and you got to love it here. The iron sharpens iron.
Here comes the Generals.
Great verse, and love the flag there coming out.
Looks like Coach Mulder has them ready to play this evening.
That's right. And they're going to continue to go on down to that student section there.
That's awesome.
Those kids riled up.
Good deal.
I'll tell you what, Coach Goebel, had to come through them to get to the booth here. They are fired up down there.
They love the football here.
And why wouldn't you? Beautiful September evening. Temperatures dipping into the 70s. This is what it's about here in high school football in the great state of West Virginia. We are less than 40 seconds away here. Winfield does it right down here, Coach Goebel. They really do.
Yeah, that's been a tradition for years and years. They love the football here, no doubt about it. And Chapmanville seems to be making a run, coming back and getting a little better now through the couple of games, getting stronger. Handled Sissonville very easily last week, which has a good, decent program. So
yeah, absolutely. Coach Belcher has a team that right now ranked in the rankings at number 7 in the AA ranks now, correct, for Chapmanville, and Winfield a AAA team. But this is a good opportunity for Chapmanville to kind of measure themselves.
Absolutely.
See what they're about maybe for football coming in November.
And not to mention what a Chapmanville victory would do for the rankings.
And you get those extra bonus points and everything like that. Here we go. Generals in that green with those black pants. Chapmanville wearing the whites, black lids this evening. We are ready for some football.
And I promise I won't start preaching about special teams too early this week.
I'll tell you what, last time me and you, Coach Gilbert, were together, special teams was from the get-go.
There you go, man.
It was crucial.
Should I just say it's a third-year game and then just leave it alone?
Hey, you got to play complimentary football.
Until something happens anyway.
So here we go. A little pooch kick there.
Wow.
Fielded at the 40. And a nice run.
Rolling the bones on the first play.
Pierce Werline.
Turned out well for the Generals.
Decent little return there. And so good starting field position here for Winfield on their opening drive. Getting the ball at the 44-yard line. And like you said, Coach Goebel, you're going to see a lot of ground and pound here from Winfield. They like to shorten the game and kind of wear on you a little bit. Their quarterback, Aiden Martinez, stands in the shotgun here. First play of the ball game coming up for the Generals. You know, run the speed option. And a nice run there from Jared Miller.
Generals doing what they do well most of the time, just like when we saw them last week or week before last, coming off the football.
Little speed option there, 8-yard gain. Martinez and Miller had it timed up very well there. Got to make it difficult if they can run to the outside as well as going up in the interior there for Chapmanville. Can't allow both. Bringing the man in motion. And the pitch on the outside, nicely done there by the Generals. He's down across to the 30-yard line before being brought out of bounds. Nice tackle there by Robert Cook, preventing an even bigger play for the Generals.
Taking it right to him, power football.
So Winfield will now take it first down and 10 here, just outside the 30-yard line. 2 successful plays so far for the Generals. Martinez takes it out of the, bounces it to the outside, and he'll continue to turn his legs, getting close to the first down. Gain of about 8 yards on the play.
This is the kind of stuff Coach Smolder likes. Burn that clock and hang on to the football.
And Coach Gill so far not burning too much clock. They're getting on it pretty quick here.
Yeah.
A little jet turbo tempo type thing there, but you imagine later in the game, obviously they'll start trying to wear him down a little bit more. Slowing it down a little bit here, though, as Martinez gets the signs. Winfield. 2 receivers to the near side. Miller with Martinez in the gun. And he'll take it again, does Martinez.
Once again, direct snap to number 4, Easton. Stood up in the middle there. I got Chapmanville defense back number 33, Elijah Clydeman, and a host of Chapmanville Tigers. But that game
And it's a first down for the Generals.
First down.
Out of the gun, or out of the little point there of the motion there. I believe it's on the Generals. Now they're going to say they jumped off sides there, Coach Goble.
Yep, got a little anxious that time.
Give him 5. Now it'll be a first and 5 here, just outside the 15-yard line here for the Generals. Pinkerton hands it up the middle. About 3 yards potentially. I will give him 4 actually. So it'll be a 2nd and 1 here. Chapmanville, kind of a bent so far. Good field position. Big time stop here. You need this, Coach Goble, right?
Oh, yeah.
Comes Pinkerton under center. Throw it down the line, and a nice catch. And the play by Aiden Martinez on the reception. Little screen pass. Wasn't quite able to make a miss. But a first down nonetheless for the Generals. Got the ball at the 6-yard line here. As you hear, 1st and goal. Crowd getting excited for it. And the Generals have kind of, after I said they were running that turbo, Coach Go, have kind of sat on it a little bit more here as they've gotten inside the 20.
Yes, they have.
Bring inside motion. Nice run.
Nice power sweep there. Some of those guys thought they saw the dive coming at them and jumped out of the way and created a little space for them.
Not quite able to cut it upfield in time, and nice job by Chapmanville there defensively.
Good pursuit to the ball. They just got to hunker down a little more up front there.
So here we are now with a 2nd and goal. Opening drive of the game for the Generals. In this ranked-on-ranked matchup, AAA versus double. And here comes the snap to Pinkerton. He'll take it, continuing to go outside, but nowhere to go.
Chapmanville had him rounded up on that time, and he bounced it outside a little bit there. It was closed down at the hole where they were trying to get through there.
Pretty good contain there by the Tigers.
Yes, nice contain. Didn't bounce very far, did he?
No, absolutely not. And he had a couple guys there, hats on the football there, at least 2 of them. Didn't allow him to get anything else matriculating up that field. So here we go. 3rd down and goal from the 4. Is this 4-down territory here for Winfield, or are you trying to take points here, Coach Goebel?
Oh, well, I don't. Are you asking me what I would do?
Yeah.
I'm going to go for it.
Yep.
Of course, I always go for it.
And we're going to take a timeout on the field. Big play here for Winfield, and we'll take it. We'll take it with them here. You're watching high school football on HD Media.
Hi, I'm Xavier Bosley, and I'm from Charleston, West Virginia. And when I'm back home,
And so we are back here in Winfield, down by the river. First drive of the football game here for the Generals. Coach Goebel directing me there, helping me out a little bit with our call sheets there. My apologies to Easton Pinkerton, the quarterback. We had him as Aiden Martinez there for a couple plays in the first drive.
I like coaching anybody up anytime I can.
Hey, Coach Goebel, I'm willing to take correction and coaching myself here.
Sound like captain material to me.
Let's see what Pinkerton and the offense, if they took that coaching well from Coach Smolder here. Big play coming, 3rd and 4. Got to score a touchdown here for the Generals. Pinkerton out of and bobbles the snap, going to have to take it with him, and he's going to get in for the touchdown. Well, that worked well after a bad snap there, Coach Goebel.
I think that bobble kind of actually created a little bit better timing to open that hole up that time.
I think it did. Gave him a little more time there to block up front. Nicely done by the Generals, and Pinkerton doesn't panic either there. Had good composure and was able to dice him up for the touchdown there. And that's a senior for you right there.
Yes, sir.
So a little confusion here on the special teams. Young man running one there is Aiden Tate. And he does his job, but the kick is just shy.
Wow.
So we will take a timeout there. We'll come back. Our score: Winfield 6, Chapmanville 0. You're watching high school football here on HD Media, presented by RSN.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
And we are back here in Winfield as toe meets leather. And a booming
Beautiful
kick
kick.
there.
Man.
I'm sure he wanted to make a statement after that extra point.
I always think that looks classy, too, when the whole kickoff team runs to the end zone.
Man, you don't get that anymore in the NFL, do you, Coach?
No.
Unbelievable. We got some time for that, though. But nicely done there by the Generals, all touching that line. Letting them know they're coming, right? So here comes Chapmanville onto the field, led by their quarterback. It's Dakota Dalton, excuse me. And they will play 2 tonight. We were told that by Coach Belcher. Takes the snap, rolls out, hits his man right across the middle. Nicely done to Andrew Topping as he continues to maneuver his way out of bounds and gets to about the 40-yard line.
Well coached. That young man's well coached. They dropped into the zone, and he throttled down and turned and put his hands up to the quarterback like he's been taught to do. That's a great job.
Sitting in that zone, right, Coach Goebel?
Yes, sir. Andrew Topping.
Becoming that quarterback's best friend. Nicely done there by Andrew Topping. A nice game. Just shy of the 40 there. So Chapmanville, one play, one first down.
You'll see in the backfield also number 7, Robert Cook, plays for Chapmanville, and he sometimes will switch with the other young man in the backfield there.
Yeah, Dakota Dalton.
Dakota Dalton, yeah.
So both can play a little quarterback. Robert Cook kind of the running package.
Right.
And a great play there to get that snap by Dalton. Had nowhere to go. Everybody on that Winfield line was down there to make that play.
That's what you call a jailbreak tackle right there.
Nicely done there.
They're swarming.
More than a few generals there. I believe Jake Walker, Tristan Cole as well, in on the stop. So we have a 2nd and 15 now for the loss of 5 on the recovery from the bad snap. 4 wide here. Now they'll bring Cook in motion.
Backed off a tight man coverage, rolled into zone once again.
Now hand it off on the reverse. Nowhere to go there.
Really nice pursuit there.
Winfield was ready for that. Played the whole 53.5 yards there, did they, Coach Goebel?
Yes, sir.
Nicely done by the Generals. Total team effort on that play. They had everybody rolling around out there. So a 3rd down here and 13.
That's not cab ride distance yet, though, is it? Not 13 is not 3rd in the cab ride yet.
No, not quite. Probably more of 3rd and maybe a city block.
There you
potentially. Got an opportunity here. Chapmanville definitely, and you see right there, Cook and Dalton both in the backfield. Almost both like they're kind of trying to deke out Winfield on who's going to actually take the snap. And Dalton takes it. They have a jailbreak blitz coming. He's going to throw it down the field. And a nice, incomplete.
Wonderful effort there, man.
Would have been a fantastic catch.
And one more step, that throw would have been on the money.
Austin Atkins almost hauled it in there for the Tigers. But now they will be forced to punt it away. And it will be Robert Cook to kick it here.
Generals look like they've come to play this evening.
Yeah, nicely called blitz there. But good job by Dalton delivering that strike down the field and just wasn't able to haul it in.
Well, Coach Smoter does a good job of coaching all the time, but he's also really good at getting guys back where they need to be after they have a loss. And that's tough to do sometimes.
Oh, and a good team they lost to last week as well.
Absolutely.
The punt there by Cook. Going it down, and he's going to settle back and at the 41-yard line. If you see there on your screen, a little one-on-one pancake and action there on special teams. A couple guys wanting to play a little bit and show what they've got, and you got to love that effort there.
That's what you call flipping the field.
So Winfield now getting it at the 41, similar to their first drive. I would imagine Coach Belcher would probably like to be a little farther back than what they are right now, but Winfield looked good on their first drive here. Let's see if they can do it again on drive number 2. Pinkerton with the toss. And a great run there, getting that first down yardage. There for the Generals. Moving it across the Chapmanville territory there.
Drew Mann, Jackson Sweeney, Jake Kimball, Tristan Cope, Jake Walker up front, the Hoggies for the Generals, moving them out of there.
Doing a fantastic job so far for Winfield, creating those holes. And we got a timeout on the field there as the Tigers have a man needing 10-2 by the training staff. We'll take a break. We'll come on right back. You're watching high school football on HD Media.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. and Ditzler. We have a track record.
And we are back here at Winfield.
My, oh my, this is what you call prescription weather for a football game this evening.
Yes, it is. Getting getting a little chilly as the sun sets. A little toasty still in our booth here at Coach Goebel. As we've eclipsed half the first quarter. And the Generals with a 6-0 lead. Pinkerton will be out of the gun. It was right there. Nice. Oh, incomplete. Unable to haul it in. And Pinkerton just unable to connect there. Just a little low on that throw. Chapmanville really needs to stop here, don't they, Coach Goebel?
Yes, sir.
You don't want to let the game get out of hand too early here. You don't want to go down 2 possessions, and Pinkerton will hand it off this time. A bruising run up the middle.
And the thing that some of you untrained eyes may not have seen on that, Pinkerton actually didn't get a good snap that time. He bobbled that ball for a moment and then was quick enough with his manual dexterity to hand that off.
Landon Hill with a nice run up the middle there for 7, the fullback. A little bruising run. Pinkerton will get the call here from the sideline. Hands it off again. Does not hand it off. Faked me out. Kept it on the
nice job.
On the fake, ran around the boot and got the first down. Nicely done by Eric Pinkerton.
He was doing a little Houdini work there that time. He rode that ball in there and had the defense jump on it. Good old option fundamentals. Pulled the ball out of his gut.
Yeah, nicely done there by Easton.
Turned it around the corner. Nice job.
And the Generals now will continue to grind out here this first quarter. Really having their way so far offensively against Chapmanville. The play action look. He'll fire it down the field. And he's got his man for the touchdown.
Wow. What an acrobatic grab by that young man.
Absolutely a haul right there. And a great throw by Pinkerton.
We were talking about this offense, wing T type stuff, controlling the ball and everything. Well, what happens a lot of times after you're moving the ball like that, then run a little play action and sprint out like that, you've put the secondary to sleep, and all they have to do is take one step expecting to run, and then they have to turn and try to adjust. And a lot of times they get outran.
And it did on that play, and a great job there by Pinkerton putting that ball where only he or only his receiver could make the play.
Yeah, not to mention the jets on his shoes, too. That young man was not slow by any means.
Absolutely, and going up to get the football as well.
Got another man down.
And we have another man down on the field. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school football here on HD Media.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. and Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson.
Here in Winfield. 12-0 our score here. Early going.
No.
Great offensive display here.
Okay.
For the Generals on their first 2 drives.
Tell you another thing, very impressed with Winfield's student section down there. They've been on their feet and cheering the Generals on since the game began.
A lot of energy. They bring it in the halls all day. Gives that spirit to the team. You can see it. They're playing with a lot of passion here in the first quarter.
They were on that spirit show this morning, too, on WSAZ.
Oh, all right. Been fired up all day. The game day version here for high school football in the state, right? Coming in, getting a little love on Channel 4. And I believe he's going to get into the end zone there. Jared Miller.
Put the wing in motion, just a hair. Put the wing in motion, got the flow going the opposite way, reversed it back on the wing tee, put it in the end zone. Nice job.
Nicely done. Makes up for that missed extra point, and Winfield now with a 14-0 lead. And Coach Goebel, if you're now Chapmanville here and Coach Belcher, what's your message to your team right now? Down 2 scores here early.
Well, you just got to get them over there and give them pay attention to and say, we have a long way to go here. We can make this up. Take it one play at a time.
Yep.
I know that's an old adage people say, but that's how you do it. And You may have heard of this guy named Saban that used to coach at Alabama, and that is what he alluded to when he talked about the process. You had to be in the moment and doing everything you can for that one play as hard as you can, and don't worry about the score or what else is going on, and then go on to the next one and give the same effort every time.
Absolutely. Kind of the old Greg Schiano chop that wood.
Sure,
adage,
exactly. Sure.
Continue to grind here. Winfield looked good in the first 2 offensive possessions, but Chapmanville in the whole this year defensively been pretty tough, so you have to think they're going to try and make some adjustments and figure this thing out.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they haven't thrown the ball more yet, actually.
Yeah, Chapmanville with that, the quick 3 and, well, I guess not quite 3 and out. And you see the general down there. We see him down here on the track. Got a plush tiger caging those tigers here. So far the Generals are doing just that. Now, granted, 1 offensive possession. Chapmanville obviously had that bad snap, kind of took some rhythm out of the offense there. That nice initial play of the game to Andrew Topping. So you got to try and hope you define that man a little more here in this second drive.
Yeah, you just have to keep going and find out what'll work,
So here comes Dalton under center, or Dalton in the gun, excuse me. Cook is actually out wide now as a receiver here. Take the shotgun snap. And I'll toss it up to his tight end there. Nicely done by Benji Atkins on the reception.
Good job there. A little play action. Made him step up a little too much, and he slipped out there for the catch.
Sort of the pop pass old adage there, Coach Goebel. Got 6. So Chapmanville now need to get in rhythm here against the Generals. A little confusion.
They're lined up in that 4-3 alignment right now.
Chase Riggs.
Actually a 5-3.
Chase Riggs gets down on the line now. Now hand it off here. Not much at all for Pridemore. Maybe a yard, if that.
And Winfield's defense is gambling a little bit because it's worked so far, and what they're doing, they're lining up with wideouts out there, but they're still leaving one guy inside to bring pressure instead of lining up on all of them man-to-man.
They're daring Chapmanville to beat them through the air with limited time, and that's tough for collegiate quarterbacks to do sometimes, let alone a high school quarterback if you know that you're going to have to throw the football a lot today. Here we go, big 3rd and 3 here for the Tigers. Terrible snap there, and Dalton will get lucky to get back on it.
You see something, too, that if you'll notice, when they bring a tight end to one side and a wing, Winfield's adjusting their defensive line and putting that defensive tackle all the way out in front of that tight end, and it's creating a pretty wide gap in between the guard and center and out to the tackle there. And I don't know if Chapmanville will try to exploit that or not.
Nice job there. Dalton to get on that football could have been a real disaster. Now Robert Cook will punt it away here for the second time. They're going to bring everybody in tight there. Cook will boot it away. Ball's going to bound and get down toward the 50 there before it's picked up. And a nice little return there by Trayvon Tanner.
Very close to a penalty there, but he did make full contact and wrap him up before he went out of bounds.
Penalty, you probably would have been throwing the headset on there if you were Coach Belcher in that point in time. You're already down 2 scores, got the ball in plus territory, you add that into it, but luckily for the Tigers, the official kept the hanky in the pocket.
As one of my old coaches used to say, he fell out of balance. Where was he, Coach? Out of balance.
He was out of balance. He wasn't out of balance. He was out of balance.
I said, was that near the goal line? He said, yeah.
And so here's Winfield's 3rd drive now of the game.
And it a wing tee, double tight. Here we go.
Best field position they've had yet here at the Chapmanville 44. They hand that off up the middle.
Fumble on the play.
Fumble, and I believe Chapmanville got on it.
Yes, they did. Chapmanville football.
Landon Hill coughed up the ball.
quick hitter there. I don't even know if he really had time to wrap that thing up because they were slamming it up in there that time.
I believe it might have been Jackson topping to get on that one there for the Tigers. A big turnover there created by Chapmanville there. They needed that in the worst way.
And now you got to focus. Here we are. We're only down 2 scores. Like I said, let's go one play at a time, see if we can move this football down the field now.
See, Coach Cole, been a lot of timing passing, it feels like, so far. Do you want to try and hit Winfield in the mouth there? Shotgun snap again there to Dalton. He'll fire it. And a nice reception there.
If you can do that right there, you don't need to. That young man has a nice arm. I was impressed with watching him last week. He does a really nice job.
And Andrew Topping making a nice catch there on the reception for 7.
They say that young man's a well of a baseball player, too, so you know that's where that arm comes from.
You believe it, coming from Chapmanville, always had good programs there.
It seems like they always have a good quarterback, too.
It comes hand in hand, right? If you got some good pitching, you probably have a good quarterback. And here comes the 2nd down and 3 play. Hand it off, and he's going to get the 1st down there. Nicely done.
Looks like they found something.
Running the football there a little bit there for Chapmanville. Pridemore on the run.
Looks like they're cranking up the momentum here a little bit.
Trying to get that timing going there. Chapmanville absolutely wants to get this thing into the end zone here, cut this deficit down to 1 score.
One thing's for sure, if you're trying to get a signal, you can't miss the coaches on the sideline over there with that blaze orange on.
Absolutely not. It's not quite that time of year, Coach Coble.
Maybe they got a preseason sale.
Potentially the last play of the first quarter here. And they'll hand it off to Cook. Cook going to run it over out across to the 40 before being hit out of bounds.
That young man's put together. You can tell for his size, he's got some strength. He's pretty powerful.
So there will be 1 bounds. But a nice run there by Cook. Got 9 on the play. And Chapmanville moving it now, getting close to the 35-yard line of the Generals. Play clock churning down now here under 10.
Might see a trap right here.
Need 2 for the 1st down. They bring Pridemore back into motion.
They're bringing the house.
Now hand it off to Pridemore. He's going to squirm his way up through there.
Nice job by the Tigers.
And a 1st down just shy of the 30.
Now, you know, that's not a very uncommon thing. If you watch football games, when you see everybody line up like that and they're coming on all-out blitz, if one of those linebackers steps the wrong way and the guy busts through the line of scrimmage, there's nobody to pick him up till you get to the safeties.
Nothing. You have that. You can pop some big runs there when you're a little too aggressive. And so we'll take a little break here. First quarter is concluded. Winfield jumped out to an early 14-0 lead. We'll take a break here. You're watching high school football on HC Media, presented by RSN.
West Virginia's only Acura dealer, Lester Raines Acura. Keeping it simple, saving you money. Lester Raines Honda. Consider Lester Raines Mazda for your next vehicle purchase.
Tony the Tailor is well known to have the best suits, jackets, and pants anywhere. But our strength is actually our sophisticated casual and sportswear. From Brax Pants and Emmanuel Berg sports shirts, Cole Haan and DiBianco shoes, Left Coast tees and Mac jeans, Johnny O sportswear and Len belts, we have what you need to look your best at work or at play.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
In Winfield, home of the Generals. Chapmanville invading for a Friday night football game in the great state of West Virginia. And a great first quarter for Winfield coach Goebel. What do we need to see Chapmanville do here in the second quarter?
Chapmanville needs to dig in now and get a couple of stops and try to put a couple on the board here.
I almost feel like this possession here for them is absolutely crucial in this football game. Got the turnover, now you got to score.
Yeah, and like I've talked about before, momentum is so important at this level, you know, and it swings back and forth so much, and whoever can handle it the best is going to be the one that's going to win.
Old Mo there, and they'll hand it off to Pridemore. Doesn't get much at all there on the run. About 3 or 4. Nicely done there by the Generals, pursuing. Chapmanville kind of, I think, settling in a little bit now to the game, Coach.
Yeah, I think everybody is. You know, now you're kind of seeing how guys are getting used to who's playing in front of them and how they're matching up, what they think they need to do. You know,
they've seen it. They've seen it now for a quarter. Hey, we can hang in this thing.
Right.
Dalton getting the call. He's got Cook in the backfield with him this time. They'll bring Jeremy Collins in motion, and Collins will continue to take it. And he's getting right out there toward the first down marker. Not sure if the officials are going to give it to him quite or not.
He kicked the burner zone going downhill that time. Great angle to get out of the tackling range.
Absolutely, and like you said, just literally running north and south.
And what happened, the play side wideouts got down inside and sealed some of that off.
And we've got a little issue with the chain gang there, it appeared. Yeah, there we go, third and 1. Kind of a delayed moving of the chains. Big play here for Chapmanville. 3rd and 1 from the 20. Hands it off to Pridemore.
Nice job up front. Had a great lead block from the fullback that time. One of the few times they've lined up with 2 backs in the backfield.
And Chapmanville, I think, needs to do a little bit more of that, Coach Goebel. Seems to be working pretty well for him here so far.
Yeah, they just lined up, ran an good old isolation, busted them in the mouth on that play.
A couple times in a row now. Collins and Pridemore getting lathered up a little bit. Give Dalton more time to throw the football. Then you can bring Cook in there with some gadget plays and really keep the Generals on their heels, which they have been for this drive so far.
Going power I now.
Under center. It's Cook now.
5 seconds.
And timeout called by Coach Belcher there. Just got it in.
That was close.
You couldn't miss him, like you said, Coach Goebel, with that orange pullover he's got on down there. And so we'll take a timeout with him here. You're watching high school football on HD Media, presented by RSN.
Serving the area one truck at a time for over 60 years, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is in your neighborhood each and every day, working to keep your family warm and comfortable. With cooler days ahead and winter right around the corner, now's the time to schedule your home HVAC system tune-up and prevent.
And we are back here on a beautiful Friday evening here in Winfield, West Virginia.
I believe Coach Belcher may have decided on something different, or maybe he wanted to make sure everybody understood what they were doing.
Yeah, kind of a curious time for that call, right? You just got the first down. You know, if you do have to take a delay there, it's not only the loss of the yardage, but maybe for first quarter or first half, you kind of want to take that opportunity to make sure you get points. They'll hand it off up the middle.
Staying with the power I, blasting the ISO up in there for another gain.
Jeremy Collins yet again on the carry. Nice run there.
Good job up front by Jason Topping, Dawson Atkins, and David Browning on that side of the line that time.
Yeah, they're having a nice little resurgence here in the second quarter here, running the football.
Seen some good stuff from Nicholas Price and Caleb Robinette as well up front.
As we continue to churn here on a second quarter clock, Chapmanville trying to cut this lead in half. Cook hands it off again there, and Collins continue to churn those feet.
Once again coming with the power I.
Gets inside the 5-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That's kind of football you see Winfield run a lot. You know, they're double teaming down and leading with 2 backs instead of 1 and handing that ball off.
Taking a chance, kind of sort of taking the page out of Winfield's own book there, aren't they, Coach Goble here?
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Line up, run it again.
That's right, exactly. And so it is a 3rd down. 3rd and 1 coming here for the gain of 6. You got it, like you said, Coach Goble. Let's run the same thing here again.
There we go.
Don't out-trick yourself.
Why not?
Cook gets the handoff. And it's going to be very close.
Well, they ran that ISO to the left side several times. Then right there, he decided to do a misdirection, faked it to the second back and handed it to the tailback, breaking back the other way to no avail, unfortunately.
A host of generals on the stop, including Toby Lowry, who is currently down on the field. And we'll take a timeout with him here. You're watching high school football here on HD Media, presented by RSN.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here.
And we are back here on the river down here in Winfield. Generals and the Chapmanville Tigers in a battle here of ranked foes in the great state of West Virginia. Different classes now. Winfield in AAA, Chapmanville in double. Coach Goble, how do you assess the first quarter and a half we've seen so far?
Well, I think Chapmanville is finding their way now. They're finding a way they can exploit and move the ball. And Winfield's got to find a way to hunker down and stop them, Not every day you get to sit and watch a game, watch the tugboat go by on the river.
No, you don't over there. Look at that.
Bonus footage there, fans.
That's right. If you can hear it.
Yeah, he's blowing his horn.
Letting everybody know. He's probably excited to see some lights here on a Friday night. Probably not the only stop. And here we go. Big 4th down play here for the Tigers. And they'll hand it off up the middle. And I think he's going to get the first down on that one there, Coach Goble. Pride Moore, the ball carrier. Looks like he got just enough.
First down.
Yep.
That's the first time tonight we've also seen the Tigers line up in a true wishbone offense.
And they've done a little bit of everything. They've been 3-4 wide, yep. Some wishbone, some I formation.
Yeah, it's a good game plan because they didn't do hardly any power running at all last week. And here we are again.
Doorstep here of cutting this lead in half. They'll hand it off to Collins. And doesn't get much at all on that play.
Nice stop by the Generals.
Nicely done. Getting in there. Number 4, Jared Miller, making the play. Carries the ball on offense, makes plays on defense. Doing everything he can here to keep the Tigers out of the end zone. And you feel like, Coach Goble, this possession right here is going to go a long way toward deciding this football game.
Absolutely. You'll give them confidence to know that they can spend the rest of the game moving the football.
If Winfield's able to get a stop here and then able to score, that could really change the dynamic as well. And Jeremy Collins is going to get into the end zone for the touchdown for the Tigers.
Nice job there. They were trying to run an ISO, and the fullback hit a guy on the line of scrimmage. Then the other blocking back did the same thing, kind of split the hole open for the running back. Nice job.
Absolutely. Big time possession and drive there by Chapmanville. Coach Belcher's got to be excited about that.
And now the thing about that, psychologically for Winfield, these guys have lined up and run the same thing, bam, 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 over and over and over and over, and they have not been able to adjust to stop it. So in the back of their mind, they're thinking, what's going on here?
The PAT is up. The kick is through the uprights and good. There.
Jonathan Farrell on the PAT.
Nicely done by the junior kicker, Mr. Farrell. So it's 14-7 now, our score, with 6:58 to go in the second quarter at Winfield. Big time contest here. And
the one thing that a lot of people don't talk about when this kind of thing is going on here now, one of the things that Winfield has to do, not only obviously they have to execute offensively and try to move the ball and get it down there and put it in the end zone. But they have to take care of the ball. You know, they fumbled that one away. Chapmanville capitalized and scored. You got to take care of the football.
And Winfield had a chance maybe if they have a good drive there to put it up 3 possessions. Now you're back in a football game.
I played football for a fellow named Lonnie Warwick, who was an all-pro linebacker for the Vikings for years. And he said 2 things he always preached about: mistakes and penalties.
Yep, and so far, those are a couple of the things that have killed Winfield to this point.
Mistakes, penalties, and turnovers kill you.
And those are the only things you really can't plan for in a football game,
right.
Coach Goble, right? You got to execute. You don't allow those things to happen. And Jonathan Farrell will now kick it away.
I wonder if we're going to get a pooch again.
He's got a little more confidence in that leg after the PAT. Trying to pump it up here in Winfield, and he'll pooch it on the ground, like you said. And a big-time return.
Nice tackle.
Nicely done. But a nice return there by Pierce Werline again. He's liking those pooch kicks, getting his hands on the football.
Austin killing on the tackle there. Austin was killing him.
And it was a good stick there as well.
Yes, it was. Nice job, Austin. Now, we're going to talk about, once again, the excitement of momentum here. Who's got the big mo right now?
Yep, who's got the old mo on their sideline right now? Coach Go was one of our greats here in the state. Sonny Randall used to say, "Who's got mo jumping on their back here?" And right now, Chapmanville's got it, but Winfield has the football at the 45 here to start this possession, and they have been good on offense so far. Pinkerton with the snap, he'll keep it himself. He's able to kind of get out of that first tackle. And able to churn up a few yards there.
Eliza Pridemore came through there and had a hold of him, just couldn't bring him down.
Pridemore blew it up there and only allowed it to be a 2-yard run. Nice effort by Pinkerton.
Great scheme by the defensive coordinator there.
You can feel this is a big drive in this game here, especially for Chapmanville. Trailing by 7, you just scored. You can get the football back here quickly. You really continue to build on the momentum.
Especially if they go in tied up.
At
halftime.
Here comes Pinkerton. Hill behind him. And a double reverse there.
Nice job.
Nicely done there. Trevon Tanner, the ball carrier, able to get it out and cross to the 45 and a first down.
Boy, that's an explosive young man there.
Yeah, you want to get the football in his hands quite a bit there. Generals have a few guys there that have a little explosiveness.
I would be putting him out wide one time and map and total protect and throw that thing downtown to him.
get deep there, not necessarily Winfield's MO, but man, they can get the ball into some playmakers' hands. Pinkerton takes the sweep there. There is a penalty flag thrown.
That may have been a block in the back there.
And a great play by Elijah Pridemore there. Absolutely blowing up plays in the backfield right now.
Holding on the Generals.
He's absolutely diagnosing the offense right now for Winfield.
Let's see, what were we talking about? Mistakes, penalties, and turnovers.
And here you go. Winfield now shooting themselves in the foot on this drive here.
This is where the game we were talking about, like Coach Saban used to talk about, you got to shake it off. This is a new play.
Continue the process, right?
That last one's gone.
First and 20 puts you behind the sticks, but Winfield's been explosive tonight and have a few guys that can make some big plays with the football in their hands. And so Pinkerton now under center. He'll hand it off to Miller. Not much at all. About 4 Tigers in on that play. Benji Atkins.
Tell you what,
and Kovac as well.
Chapmanville, as they would say in the hills of West Virginia, is hunkering down. Doing a great job. They're starting to come off and slow down that Winfield coming off the football somewhat now. A little bit more of a stalemate on the line of scrimmage, giving those linebackers room to scrape in there and get the job done.
And they have been here the last couple drives.
Good defensive teamwork going on here.
2nd and 18 coming here for the Generals. And they'll do another reverse there. Chapmanville going to be able to get them out of bounds before they get much more than that. About 8 yards on the play. It'll be a 3rd and long coming. the mystery man here for Winfield. We have a roster full of about 80 kids, guys, but we do not have number 87's
no
number.
idea who he is, but he's doing a great job.
Unfortunately. Although it looks like, unfortunately for Winfield, there was a penalty flag thrown on that play. And that's a huge loss there for the Generals and big-time momentum for the Tigers.
See how I have that ESPN? I could read their minds. I knew what was going to happen. That's why I had to give a little sermon on that a little while ago.
Well, and so far, that's really what's kind of held Winfield back in this game.
Winfield has stopped themselves. But no, don't take it away from Chapmanville. They've also had a couple of nice stops, too.
Yeah. And so here we go, a 2nd and 23 now.
That is a cab ride.
Yeah, I'd say you're getting closer to cab ride. Back to pass. And a slip and a fall there. A little tall there with the throw is Pinkerton. And now you got a 3rd and 23 coming. You imagine, like I said, not too many plays in the playbook for that, Coach Goble.
One of the things about it is that I've talked about, Winfield has a fine football team. They got some talented guys who are doing a good job. But it is what it is. If you're a running team and you don't work on your passing game a lot, it's not going to be as good as your running game.
Not necessarily your DNA.
Sure.
Put you in a tough spot here,
and more times than not, if you can run the football, you're going to win games. You know.
When you, like you said, if you're able to run the football and you're not penalizing yourself in turnovers, you're in good shape. Here comes Pinkerton, rolling out, trying to get deep there. 4 Chapmanville Tigers are around him, and he throws the ball into the turf, and they will be forced to punt the ball here with 4:07 to go in the second quarter. And Chapmanville now with an opportunity, Coach Goble.
Uh-oh.
And we got a little extracurriculars there. I believe it's going to be, well, I imagine it's on the Generals, just based off of the conversations and body language we're seeing down there on the field. Still sorting it out, though, are the officials. And a big call here. If it were to go against Chapmanville, would really kind of turn the momentum.
I don't know who's going against there. I don't know. Apparently somebody was jawing.
We still have not heard the call on our end. A lot of conversation. Still no resolution.
Looks like are they putting the punting team in? I don't know. No.
Maybe a replay of the dance. Well, it looks like
against Chapmanville because Coach Smolder just told him he wanted the first down. Yep. Wow.
So this is going to be an interesting call, and I'm interested to hear about it here in just a second.
I wonder what the call was.
And we've got a
unsportsmanlike conduct on Winfield.
So
wow.
So okay, that's what we kind of thought initially, but then all of the conversation and Coach Smolder looking like he was getting a first down, and just
now it's 3rd and a bus ride. Wow.
And I'm a little bit surprised that if I'm Chapmanville and that I'm even accepting the penalty there. But I guess maybe 15 more yards of field position if you don't think that they can maybe break one on you here. So now you got a 3rd, and like you said, I think this might be more than a cab ride, Coach Cole. This might be like 3rd and heading from Morgantown to Pittsburgh. And another penalty flag is now just tossed. And now we've got some questions there. It looks like it's on one of the assistants on Winfield. He's Coach Smolder directing coaching staff, players to vacate the premises and get away from the officials.
Sideline warning.
Still a lot of conversation going on, Coach Goble.
Yeah, it's tough, especially when you're coaching in the heat of a battle, and then you got some of the guys over here on your sideline causing you problems, and you're about to blow up because you're trying to coach a game anyway. Then the officials start messing with you for your guys not being back far enough, so now you're getting even more heightened, you know.
Like we said, it's a 3rd and a country mile here. Pinkerton with the snap. It's going to get onto the ground. He's going to pick it up, and he is going to run with it here. Cross to the 50.
Oh, what a great effort by Pinkerton.
Nice job by Pinkerton, but also good job by Chapmanville not allowing him to get any farther than he did. There was probably an initial panic there as he was sprinting through the middle of the field.
Yeah, now it's just a boring 4th and 10. Come on, man. That's a great job.
Really was.
That young man is an athlete, I'll tell you that.
You essentially flip the field position back now. And
especially if they can get a good punt here.
And honestly, Coach Goble, I'm not sure they are kicking it. Oh, yes, they are.
You know what I do right here, don't you?
A little fake action
I'd
here.
Fake it.
In the first, yeah.
Why not?
Now 4th and 12, you're middle of the field. They will punt the ball, though.
Chapmanville setting up a return.
Booted by Miller. Cross at the 20, takes it. Does topping. And
nice coverage by the punt team there.
He's going to get down to about the 24. So big drive coming here for Chapmanville now. They've held. They got the turnover, scored. Now they've gotten the ball back. And they have an opportunity here, 2:55, to make something happen. They do throw the football. Cook and Dalton in the backfield. The double quarterbacks here for Coach Belcher. Chapmanville would love to put another touchdown up on the board here. The Winfield student section really wanted to get involved. This would be their time down there right behind, but they seem to be a little quiet right now, Coach Goble. And the snap. Hands it off to Cook and does not get much. Continuing to churn those legs, but
I think I saw a flag on the play as well.
In the area, in the vicinity of holding, it appeared. Although thrown early in the play, though. And it will be against the Tigers. And Coach Goble, do you also at some point in time here, if you're Chapmanville in this drive, maybe you don't want to just get the ball back to Winfield. You go into the locker room 14-7. Is there a line you're kind of between being too aggressive and kind of just wanting to keep the game where it's at?
Well, everybody operates under their own agenda as far as what kind of philosophy they have. I'd be going wide open right here trying to get a score before halftime. But maybe they feel like they're better off doing it that way,
Yeah. And you think it took them a long time to make that one drive, though,
sure.
Right? And more of a ground and pound type drive back inside your 20. Maybe you do no harm, like the good doc says, do no harm first.
Once again, I'm really surprised that Chapmanville is not throwing the football as much as they did last week.
Chapmanville last week with a loss to Nicholas County and had the win against Sissonville.
Right.
1-1 on the year. Dalton will take the snap, hands it to his man Cook. Cook going to continue to run across to the 30, and he's going to get out of bounds just inside the 34.
Effort. Good job up front.
Big time run there by Robert Cook.
Great job up front by Nicholas Price and Caleb Robinette on that play.
And now you got a manageable second down here for the Tigers. Air horn directly in our ear here in the booth. That's your Friday night for you, though.
Go buy me some cotton candy to stuff in that thing.
So here we go now for the Tigers. It's a 2nd down and 6. And we got a penalty flag. I believe we got a false start against Chapmanville. Now, I know that's a vuvuzela, Coach Go. I wasn't sure about the spirit sticks earlier, but that's undeniably a vuvuzela. So Chapmanville will have a 2nd down and 11 here.
Sounds like a gift that somebody gave my kid when he was about 10 for his birthday.
They were all the rage back in the early 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
The soccer World Cups, and I guess a few people remember how noisy they were and have kept them around. So good to have it here on a Friday night. 2nd and 8 here for the Tigers. Brings in a bad snap. Dalton's did not get back on it. The Generals are on it. You play with fire with a bad snap one too many times, and it burned Chapmanville there.
One of the items on the list, turnovers.
And Chase Riggs fell on the football.
This could be detrimental to the Tigers right now, I'm telling you.
We were just kind of talking about it, Coach Go. You wanted to kind of get in the locker room where you were at. Big mistake happens now. You hand the ball to Winfield inside the 20. Really a bogey-neck situation for Chapmanville.
If they have a big play and punch this one in before halftime, gives them a pretty nice lead.
So here comes Pinkerton. Landon Hill right behind him. Sends his man in motion there, Miller, and he'll take it and hand it off to him. Get a few yards. Penalty flag down on the plane. They're going to call holding on Winfield. And like you said, Coach Goble, continually Winfield so far in the second quarter, the story has been absolutely shooting themselves in the foot with the penalties right now.
No doubt about it.
You got to get that cleaned up here in the second half if you're the Generals.
Can't have those drive killers.
So far, though, Winfield has been able to weather the penalty storm here in the second half, or the second quarter.
I'd run a little play action here and run a combo route with these two guys on the right here and lay it out there.
Trevon Tanner and Pinkerton will roll out. Penalty flag is thrown. Ball was off his receiver's hands. Unable to haul it in. Unable to haul it in for Walker Thompson.
And number 11, Andrew Topping, was running the backside post on that. Looked like he would have had some space to get the ball to him. But anytime you guys are giving quarterbacks a hard time, like see you go out there one time and take snap of that ball and have 4 or 5 maniacs running at you 100 mile an hour.
Coming at you.
And see how accurate you are throwing it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, those guys are tough. Don't ever think they aren't.
So you have now Pinkerton was just a little off on that throw there, and now Chapmanville gonna have themselves a second down. A 1st and 30 after the holding call. Chapmanville took the penalty. Continually moving them back just outside the 40-yard line here. With 2:02 to go. Pinkerton will take the snap. Not much.
Coach Smolder is taking his time here.
Yep, nice stop there by Preston Kovac.
He may be content just to go in with the lead they have right now.
At 14 to 7. You kind of look good early, slow down a little bit in the second quarter, correct the mistakes and the penalties, and you'd like to assume you can get kind of the same results if you're Winfield in the second half.
It's going to be interesting, too, to see what kind of adjustments both coaches make at halftime.
So Pinkerton takes the snap, play action fake. He's got all day to throw the football. Going to run around back there a little bit.
Great coverage by the secondary.
He's going to get out and cross to the 35.
They had those guys locked down there. There wasn't a single man open on that play.
Brought down there by Dustin Killen, your man. Right on the outside of the sideline there.
Chapmanville's really stepped their game up this second quarter.
So a big third down here coming for Winfield. Time continuing to tick on this first half clock here. Now under 50 seconds. And Winfield, like you said, Coach Goble, seems to be pretty content with this 14-7 lead, although they've got a couple plays here and some timeouts to work with.
I'm sure Coach Smoller will remind them at halftime what they need to do.
So Coach Belcher now for Chapmanville going to take a timeout here. And we'll take it with him. You're watching high school football here on HD Media, presented by RSN.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller, and enjoy the game.
And we are back here in Winfield. And we're glad you're here with us. If you're watching this game right now on your computer and you'd rather see it on the big smart TV or maybe even on your iPhone while you're flipping on to the app, all you have to do is download the free HD Media app. Plus, on your app, you'll get access to live streams, exclusive shows, and like Outside the Echo Chamber and other full or local content again. And Pinkerton will be back to pass. He'll pump fake it. He'll throw it deep down the sideline, and it's going to be deflected
into double coverage.
Robert Cook there on the stop. And so now a 4th down coming here for the Generals. And so you'd imagine you'll see a similar type play here. Maybe not the play action. I don't think Chapmanville will fall for that this time on 4th and 20. 29 seconds to go. Do you think about popping a draw on him here, Coach Goebel?
Well, probably as good as anything.
Never know. Pinkerton back on the snap. Find his man on the backside there. And a great game.
A little slow on the time button there. There's still 20 seconds left in the first half.
Nicely done there by Carson Samples. And so Chapmanville does hold. And I'd imagine here now, if you're Coach Belcher, after the turnover you had in the last possession, you're down in your own territory. Probably take that knee here and get to the halftime festivities.
Yep, just depends on what kind of attitude you have toward that.
Right. And let the band play, Coach
There you
Goebel,
go.
right? You know
That's
what I
right.
mean, right?
Let the fans get to the concession stand. Let the band play.
I don't know if we got orange slices down there in the locker rooms. Hope they have them because those are the best.
There you go.
And so Chapmanville will come out here, and it looks like they will take that knee and get to the halftime here. And so they'll let it tick out. And we want to remind you real quick that HD Media is also live streaming 12 soccer matches this year, thanks in part to our title sponsors, Peyton Law. For a complete schedule, check out the High School Game Day Facebook page. The next soccer stream is set for Tuesday night when Huntington visits South Charleston. Check out all the action from the pitch on HD Media Plus and download it today. And so, halftime here at Winfield, our score 14-7. Generals lead the Chapmanville Tigers, and we will take a break. You're watching HD Media here on High School.
Hi, I'm Xavier Bosley, and I'm from Charleston, West Virginia. And when I'm back home, you can catch me at my local Parmar store.
We have that gold and blue pride at Parmar Stores. Download the Parmar Stores app and sign up for our rewards cards for even more savings. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. From gas to groceries, you'll find what you need at Parmar Stores.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
West Virginia's only Acura dealer, Lester Raines Acura. Keeping it simple, saving you money. Lester Raines Honda. Consider Lester Raines Mazda for your next vehicle purchase.
Tony the Tailor is well known to have the best suits, jackets, and pants anywhere. But our strength is actually our sophisticated casual and sportswear. From Brax Pants and Emmanuel Berg Sport Shirts, Cole Haan and DiBianco Shoes, Left Coast Tees and Mac Jeans, Johnny O Sportswear and Len Belts, we have what you need to look your best at work or at play. Tony the Tailor, downtown Charleston, or online at bestmastertailor.com.
Serving the area one truck at a time for over 60 years, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is in your neighborhood each and every day, working to keep your family warm and comfortable. With cooler days ahead and winter right around the corner, now's the time to schedule your home HVAC system tune-up and preventive maintenance. If you need a new system and received a quote from another company, give Mullen a chance to take a second look. Right now, we're offering 0% financing on a new Rheem home system and includes a 10-year worry-free warranty. Remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call or visit us online today to schedule your appointment at mullenplumbing.com.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller, and enjoy the game.
It's that time of year again when things start to cool down. But here at Yes Chevy and Yes Ford, the deals are exciting. I'm Keith Powell, and I want to help you lower your current monthly payment, have a down payment that's just $99, and get a lifetime warranty with fast and easy credit approval. That's right, don't freeze up over huge down payments. You can ride away for just $99 today. Get pre-approved at KeithSaysYes.com. Only at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington.
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
Hi, I'm Brad Austin, attorney at Wolf Williams in Austin. You know, Joe Wolf's been representing coal miners and disabled folks for over 45 years. Our team of attorneys have over 200 years of combined.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
getting a speeding ticket has consequences.
Hi, I'm Xavier Bosley, and I'm from Charleston, West Virginia. And when I'm back home, you can catch me at my local Palmar store.
We have that gold and blue pride at Palmar Stores. Download the Palmar Stores app and sign up for our rewards cards for even more savings. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. From gas to groceries, you'll find what you need at Palmar Stores.
If there's not a Palmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
West Virginia's only Acura dealer, Lester Raines Acura. Keeping it simple, saving you money. Lester Raines Honda. Consider Lester Raines Mazda for your next vehicle purchase.
Tony the Tailor is well known to have the best suits, jackets, and pants anywhere. But our strength is actually our sophisticated casual and sportswear. From Brax pants and Emmanuel Berg sports shirts, Cole Haan and DiBianco shoes, Left Coast tees and Mac jeans, Johnny O sportswear and Len belts, we have what you need to look your best at work or at play. Tony the Tailor, downtown Charleston or online at bestmastertailor.com.
Serving the area one truck at a time for over 60 years, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is in your neighborhood each and every day, working to keep your family warm and comfortable. With cooler days ahead and winter right around the corner, now's the time to schedule your home HVAC system tune-up and preventive maintenance.
And we are back here in Winfield. Second half action here between the Generals and the Tigers. Good first half of action, Coach Goebel, and ready for some more here as we kick it off. Fielded by Robert Cook. Up across the 20. Dancing out past the 30.
Nice, decent return there.
So now Chapmanville offensively will take the football here. Trailing 14-7. Had a really good drive in the second quarter to cut that deficit in half. What were some of the things they did, Coach Goebel, and what should they try and do here again?
I think they should go back to what was working for them. You know, obviously Winfield's going to try to adjust to some of the things, but they're going to change some.
Maybe got a yard.
Tried to run that quick sweep to the formation side. Had three receivers over there. I'm sure they were hoping they would block a little better on that.
Carson Samples made sure they did a nice stick there for the Generals.
Job. Yes.
So a 2nd and 12 coming here. I think key for Winfield this half, continue to have Chapmanville play behind the sticks. Don't allow them to run the football. That one drive, they were able to run the football well. They score. I think that'll be key for the Generals.
And you don't want to let them get rolling right now, you know.
Especially early second half, get that momentum.
Yep. Don't
set the tone.
Don't let Mo in the town.
Dalton will fire it and complete there. Number 3, Austin Atkins. Nicely done there. Set down in the zone. It makes this a more manageable 3rd down now here for the Tigers. Looking at about a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. Big play here coming. Oh, they're going to go 3rd and 5 here in the stadium. We think 3rd and 6. And you got the artificial crowd noise pumped in here. The Generals trying to get these fans back out of that concession stand coma they're in. They'll hand it off there to, nicely done by Collins. Collins out in front, approaching the 50-yard line, and a first down for the Tigers. Nicely done there by Jeremy Collins. Just continue to follow those blocks, and they led them all the way around the edge.
Well, I think this is a good thing for Chapmanville's coaching staff too. Winfield, I'm sure, went in there and worked on all the tight power stuff that Chapmanville was running, figuring out, try a way to slow that down. Then they come out in the spread, like they did at the beginning of the game.
Get out there and kind of, you think they're going to adjust to one thing, and then you come back and hit them with the other. Nice counter there by Coach Belcher and the Tiger staff. And now they'll have a first down and 10 just outside the 50 at the 47. Dalton back to pass. He'll roll out. And he'll find his man. Oh, incomplete. Austin Atkins unable to haul that one in. Hit him right in the hands.
Yep, hit him in the worst place, didn't it?
Austin Atkins has been pretty good here today. Just wasn't able to haul that one in. So a second down and 10 now. Good little play call there by Chapmanville, though. They're getting some time to throw the football when they roll out Dalton.
Yeah, it's been tough for them to contain and pass block, with the straight drop back stuff. Too much inside pressure.
They're doing a good job there, though, when they roll out Dalton. And he's found the guys for the most part, and they ran with it after the play. And here we go. Back in motion, hands it off to Collins again. Continue to churn upfield. He'll get across to the 50 before he's brought down by Carson Samples and Jared Miller.
Now, what I would like to do, I'd run the guy in motion like that, fake the handoff to him, roll the quarterback opposite, and try to hit somebody.
Yeah, a little fake the fake there.
Right, because they're flowing hard towards motion now.
You got a third down and 7 coming here. Just on the general side of the field at the 49.
Big down right here for momentum.
4-down territory here if you're Chapmanville, or not yet?
I wouldn't believe I'd do it yet.
I'll bring Collins back in motion. Dalton back to pass. He'll fire it up down the field. He had his man and just tipped. Nicely done by Aiden Martinez.
Wow, fingertip save on that pass right there. Just had a little more oomph under it, it would have been right on the money.
Yeah, that pass, Dalton just was a little behind his intended receiver there, Benji Atkins.
But you got to tell your players now come off field, hey, we're all right. We protected well. We did some good things. We're going to be okay,
And you've made some stops here today so far, and Cook will drop back into the punt formation at the 40. Martinez is back to return the kick here for the Generals. Dalton is the Cook is the up back.
Trying to get Winfield to jump.
Giving him a little bit of that look. Cook will receive the snap, and he'll punt it back inside the 20. It'll go dead at the 21.
Good job by Winfield shutting that down. And what happens now, you're right in the situation where you were before halftime. Winfield's got the ball. They're getting ready to roll again.
Winfield probably starting with their worst field position of the game, though, at the 21-yard line here. They've had some fortuitous field position and took advantage of it the first 2 drives, then a fumble. Then they killed themselves with penalties before having to kick it before the half. Went for it on the 4th down. That drive with penalties as well. And so 8:43 to go, their first possession here now of the second half. Pinkerton moving with his feet there and able to pick up about 3 or 4 yards.
Nice, good job pulling Jackson Swinney around on that play to kick it out there and create some space.
Not a ton there, though. Chapmanville was able to converge on it. A nice little 4-yard pickup, though. Keeps you on schedule, doesn't it, Coach Goebel?
Yep, and here we go. Winfield's back to what they like to do. They're comfortable getting double tight, getting stacked in there with the wings,
And you have the lead too. You know, you're not trailing, so now you can kind of ground and pound here a little bit. Play clock now dipping under 6. The fake. And
nice counter there.
Aiden Hernandez takes it up in. Nice touchdown catch earlier. Been all over the field making plays defensively. He was the mystery man for us in the first half. But
that's the toughest thing to defend on this wing tee is the misdirection, you know.
Chapmanville's mysteriously not been able to figure him out either to this point in time. He's been all over the field. Gain of 5, and so we have a 3rd and 1 here now. Pinkerton under center. And they got him to jump, and that'll be a free 5 yards there. Chapmanville got into the neutral zone there. The guilty party was Joshua Porter. So that'll be a 1st down for Winfield. And they get the keys out and keep on driving here, Coach Goebel.
Yes, they do.
Ball at the 34-yard line here. Pinkerton under center. Barking out the hard count. Didn't get anybody to jump that time.
This is actually a trips formation with 2 wideouts in the wing, all of them to the left.
Brings the man in motion, Miller, and he'll hand it off to
Counter
him.
again.
A nice little run there. Very nice job there by Winfield taking a profit. Austin killing on the tackle for Chapmanville. Gain of 7 for the Generals. So we're approaching the midway point here of the 3rd quarter, Coach Goebel, and has Old Mo jumped on anybody's back quite yet? Pinkerton back to pass. And that'll be just short. Attempted to hit Trevin Tanner. Wasn't able to catch him.
That's some of the best protection the Generals have had for straight drop passing all evening, too.
Wasn't sure exactly if the play was live at first there, Coach Goebel. There was nobody coming back there as the stadium played a little Sweet Caroline, a favorite jam this weekend in the state of West Virginia.
There you go.
And here comes a big 3rd down and 3 here.
Trips formation once again.
Pinkerton barking out the signals. He'll hand it off. No, he won't. Takes it around the edge on the outside, and he scampers across to the 49 of Chapmanville. It's a 1st down. Gain of 7 yards there when he needed 3.
Well, I tell you what, that young man has some great acceleration, too. Once he pulls that ball and decides he's going with it, he can pick him up and put him down pretty quick.
Gets from point A to point B. He's got some jets there.
Yes, he does.
Does Easton Pinkerton. So Winfield now in Chapmanville territory, place they've been quite often tonight. Now they have to not shoot themselves in the foot with penalties. Pinkerton in the gun. Fakes it to Hill, and Hill continue to turn upfield to the 40, to the 35, makes a man, misses the 30, and the ball's out. And Chapmanville's on it.
Chapmanville ball. Wow.
Great effort by Pinkerton, but a great effort by Chapmanville. Swimming and poking at the football there, and they got on it right along the sideline. Robert Cook got on the football for the Tigers.
Mistakes, penalties, take care of the football.
You see a lot of good things from Winfield right now. But yet not able to kind of.
They played last week, Hoover. They really slugged it out there. That was quite a game, too. Winfield could have easily won that game.
And Herbert Hoover, with Hatfield, absolutely electric offense. And to play with those guys shows you have something, but potentially kind of let down here a little bit this week and been a little flat, got up 14-0, and have just not been able to kind of get it going from there. Here comes Dalton, hands it off to Cook. Not a lot there on that play at all.
In the backfield. One thing about Winfield, and you can see it from Chapmanville as well, too, the thing that has impressed me, Winfield 2 weeks in a row where I have seen them, is they play hard all the time. There's no slacking off. There's no laying down or anything. I mean, they're coming at you with everything they have every down.
Pedal to the metal.
Not to take anything away from Chapmanville. They've done a great job as well.
And they've been resilient too, Coach Goebel, at this point.
Yes, they have. And that's what makes this kind of football so much fun to watch.
So here comes Chapmanville now. Got a 2nd and 11. Continuing to count the box and just sending Benji Atkins back and forth there. Now they'll bring Collins in motion, and there's a penalty flag. Yep, Andrew Toppin took a little liberty there and started just a hair early. Coach Gobo, I see that grimace on your face. The penalties are killing you. The old coach in you is got a little dismay here for him.
It's tough. You can't have too many of them.
It's almost like you see good things, right? You know?
Yeah, it just tears apart everything you work for, and then but you got to be resilient enough to start all over again and try it again, you know?
Here comes the Tigers, bringing Collins in motion. Dalton back to pass. He'll throw it deep down the sideline. It was in and out of the hands. Right there.
Great coverage on that.
Of Austin Atkins. Almost hauled that one in. That would have been a fantastic catch by the young man on the sideline, Austin Atkins. Pretty ball thrown by Dalton as well.
It was Andrew Topping almost pulled that one in.
So here we go now. Chapmanville facing a 3rd and 15. Midway point approaching here closely of the third quarter. Neither team has landed that first punch here in the second half. Dalton back to throw. He'll have to move. Throws on the run. And that'll be incomplete, but a penalty flag is thrown along the sideline on Aiden Martinez. Going to be a PI, you'd imagine. What do you think on that one, Coach Goble? Good coverage, or was that just a tough call?
Well, yes. I mean, it's good coverage on there, but that's one of those calls. I think, of course, you have to be right on top of it to see what happened.
Right. We're a little far away here from our vantage point.
From our vantage point, I think it could have gone either way.
Yep. And it did go Chapmanville's way, and that's going to be a first down as a result.
It's going to be a little momentum.
Old Mo jumping on the side of the
Mo's jumping around again.
Jumping on the Tiger sideline here. And they need a little bit of that right now, trailing by 7, third quarter. Winfield had all the momentum early, and
and it's so much fun to watch these games with teams like this, like it was last weekend, where they all want it so badly, and they all play hard, and they all work together, to really try to get things done. And it's how resilient they are. They don't lay down. They don't give up. They just keep playing hard.
You're seeing a lot of that out there today. The chain crews out there will give you a real quick minute to just remind you that it's another big high school football season here in the great state of West Virginia. And HD Media will be live streaming 40-plus games this fall. Next week, these Winfield Generals will be out at Wayne, and we'll be there to bring it live to you. Remember, you can see all the action by downloading the free HD Media app today. And so, Coach Goodwin, we had a measurement there after the penalty. What can you fill us in there on what exactly transpired?
I believe they gave him a first down.
They are moving the chain gang now over there on the far side with the Tigers, and they'll take a fresh set of downs and without a doubt and get ready here to continue this drive, try and tie this ball game up. Dalton in the gun, Cook beside him. Hands it off. Cook had a little bit of a crease there, wasn't able to make another man miss, and just shy of the 40 down to the 39.
Winfield gambling a little bit at that time, shooting a linebacker in there who missed the tackle. But a lot of times that can turn out to be a really good thing if they get in there and disrupt everything in the backfield.
Nice job by Green making that tackle there for Winfield, not allowing Cook to get any farther up the field. So a 2nd and 6 here coming for the Tigers. Dalton flanked by Cook. He'll hand it to him again, and nothing to show for it that time. Big stop there by Jake Kimball.
That was the old Washington Redskin counter tray there. Lead with the guard, backside guard pulls and kicks out, then the tackle leads up into the hole. And what happened was the defensive lineman on the backside followed the tackle and got in on the action before he could make it up through the hole.
Talking about Tristan Coate there, also in on that play, making a big play there, Coach Goebel. So here we go. 3rd and 7 here for the Tigers. They've had plenty of opportunities in the third quarter to make the big play to tie this game up. Winfield's continue to hold strong. Zombie Nation blaring on these speakers, trying to get the general fans pumped up. Dalton takes the snap. He'll roll out, and he'll sail that one high. Complete. That'll force a punt.
What a different game it's been this quarter. You know, the first half, both teams weren't scoring a lot, but they were chewing clock and moving the ball up and down the field, you know. And now these guys are getting stops or just moving a little bit and have to punt the ball away. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
What do you think, Coach? Go more good adjustments from the defense, or maybe just not as good of execution, maybe a little rusty coming out of the halftime locker room?
I think it's a little bit of both, really, you know.
And here comes Cook. Back to punt. He's done this quite a bit this quarter.
He's done a good job keeping him in a good field position.
And he will kick this one away, and that one's going to fall right at the 50. It will touch a Chapmanville Tiger, but I don't believe the officials saw it.
Well, I think the linesman coming in here from our side.
Yeah, Preston Werline was all over that. And yeah, I believe you're right, Coach Gill. I believe the lineman is going to come in there and mark it at the 50. That's quite a difference, though. You know, good 12 yards of field position.
Yep.
The way this game's been going in the third quarter, that's important.
The game this tight, you never know. You know, every little bit helps. Beautiful West Virginia night. What a nice time to watch a football game.
You couldn't ask for more at all. Great time of year. We're approaching late to mid-late September here. Both these teams have dreams of playing when the air gets even chillier than it is right now, Coach Goebel. So 2:45 to go. Third quarter. Pinkerton out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll keep it himself and has nowhere to go. Absolutely slowed down there by Preston Kovach.
Chapmanville cranking it up.
Chapmanville really impressing with that defense since the first quarter. Big time loss there, TFL for Preston Kovach. 2nd and 13 now, and I think it's even more important for Winfield, Coach Goebel, to not get behind the sticks, and they've been doing that quite a bit this third quarter.
Chapmanville has found a way to slow down what they're doing.
So 2:10 here now and counting. Third quarter clock. Easton Preston now out under center, and he'll keep it himself. And he's going to continue to churn those legs out to about the 45. Going to bring up a little more manageable third down here. Andrew Toppin on the tackle for Chapmanville. And so now we got a 3rd and 5 here coming here for the Generals. Now on the 45-yard line here for Chapmanville.
Look for a counter here.
They fake the counter and they hand it back to Aiden Hernandez, and he's going to be brought down by a host of Chapmanville Tigers.
Whoa.
Woo! What a stick there.
And the thing that's causing problems there is Chapmanville's getting penetration on the offensive line, getting into the backfield and disrupting all the timing.
And they held him up there, and Elijah Pridemore came in and absolutely blew it up, absolutely laid the boom on that play. And so Winfield now will be forced to punt here, a 4th and 10 at the 50. But continuing, I think, Coach Goebel, in this third quarter, if not scoring, winning the field position battle right now.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that, and you give credit to Winfield too. I was expecting Chapmanville to be more explosive offensively, and Winfield has done a great job of holding them down so far.
And that punt will trickle in down to the 23-yard line.
And the old field position game keeps on.
And there we go, and we'll take a break real quick. You're watching high school football here on HD Media, presented by RSN.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto,
And we are back here in Winfield, hearing the chants of Rocky Top. Tennessee pretty good this year, but back to the high school game here is the boys in the orange and black, Chapmanville. Dalton takes the carry, and he fumbles the football. And Winfield is on it. Trevon Tanner picks it up. Great run by Dalton, but he forgot to secure the football, and the Generals will get it back.
Nice trap up there. Good surge coming off the football. Beautiful hole up through there.
Nicely done right there. And a good play on the Generals there by Chase Riggs, swiping at that football by Dalton as he was blowing by him. And now Winfield hopes to take advantage of a turnover from Chapmanville. Chapmanville scored off a Winfield turnover in the first half. Now's a chance for Winfield with good field position at the 35.
Well, anytime I had a turnover, our team would have a turnover like this, I'd always like to go for the juggler right here.
Go deep, baby. Let's go.
Go deep and score
Let's
on them. It just breaks their back mentally.
Maybe try and go to Aiden Hernandez, who already has a big touchdown catch here today. Easton Preston back, and he is going to be sacked. Joshua Porter was having none of that.
Hats off once again to the secondary Chapmanville was doing with those receivers. You know, Winfield's got some nice speed on that receiving core, and those guys have been covering them tightly all night long.
They've been all over him, and that's going to be our final play of the third quarter. We want to remind you guys real quick, Mountaineer football fans especially, you're hyped up for the Backyard Brawl tomorrow at Pitt and another season of college football, which means another award-winning Touchdown City show. Listen in as number 22 Avon Colburn, Anthony Lewis, Derek Bailey, and Matt Durrett break down all the action and look at the Week 4 matchup against Kansas as well. Check your local listings or the Gazette Mail homepage for the link. The Touchdown City Show will be back for another year to talk all about Mountaineer football. And we'll head to the fourth quarter. You come back with us. We're watching high school football presented by HC Media on RSN.
It's that time of year again when things start to cool down. But here at Yes Chevy and Yes Ford, the deals are exciting. I'm Keith Powell, and I want to help you lower your current monthly payment, have a down payment that's just $99, and get a lifetime warranty with fast and easy credit approval. That's right, don't freeze up over huge down payments. You can ride away for just $99 today. Get pre-approved at KeithSaysYes.com, only at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington.
And we are back here for the fourth quarter at Winfield High School. The Generals jumped out with a 14-0 lead in the first quarter, early in the first quarter, right. Coach Goebel. Chapmanville responded with a touchdown off of a turnover in the second quarter. Stalemate in the third, and we are opening up the fourth quarter here with the Generals having the football.
If you're the type of football fan that loves defense and defensive struggles in games, I know you're loving this one because they have been getting after each other. It's been really exciting.
Been a lot of good interior line play here as the game has continued to matriculate.
The game within the game.
Absolutely, the battle of the trenches. I think that will be the key in this fourth quarter. Who can kind of own those trenches? And here we go. Out of the gun, Easton, little halfback speed option there to Miller. He'll pick up a few.
Job.
That's kind of what you're looking for there. Nice little game. Sets up a more manageable third down here. We'll give you some scores here from around the great state of West Virginia here in the fourth quarter, of course. Get some updates if we can for you. But a big third down and 6 here coming. They'll bring Hernandez in motion. He'll take the pitch. Nowhere to go. Elijah Pridemore, Joshua Porter and company all over that.
I don't know what Coach told him at Chapmanville at halftime, but he's got them locking it down here. I'll tell you what.
They've been absolutely fantastic in this second half.
And I was told before the game that Winfield has a couple players hurt. I don't know exactly who they are, but, I mean, just hats off to Chapmanville. I'm not making excuses. They're playing tough, buddy.
Hey, the best of ability is availability there, Coach Goebel. I can't get it out there, but.
Well, when there's 10 minutes left in the game, guess what? It's want-to time.
Exactly, and so far, Chapmanville's wanted to stay in this game, that's for sure, after they be down 14-0. That ball will be punted away by Aiden Martinez and a great punt. They're going to down it at the 4. That's going to be a huge turn to the field position there for the Generals.
Once again, I'll tell you what.
They continue to win that war of the field position to this point in time.
Winfield's football field is going to be worn out from the 20-yard line into the end zone on both ends before this game's over.
Absolutely. Big possession coming for Chapmanville. Some scores from around high school football here in Quad A. Cabell Midland and GW also on HC Media today. 7-0 Midland leading GW. Cabell Midland 0-1, GW 2-0, so a big game there in Quad A. Also Huntington leading 38-0 over St. Albans. Martinsburg 28-0 over a 2-0 team Woodson out of DC. Here we go here for Chapmanville under the gun, or under the center there, excuse me. Dalton hands it off. Not much at all there for Cook. Say, Coach Goebel, if you're Chapmanville here, are you trying to maybe pop one outside here on the run? You've been really good inside all game.
Well,
is it time to go there?
A lot of people think I'm crazy, and maybe that's why I lost more games than I should have sometimes. But right here is where I love to throw the ball deep.
Take a chance. Nobody's expecting it.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Catch him off guard.
You get your fastest guy and just have him blast out there and lay it out there.
They are under the center again. They'll hand it off to Cook, and Cook will churn those legs.
Well, I tell you what, hats off to the big hoggies up front. They're coming off the football, and they're knocking some guys out of the way. And Winfield's not small by any means up front.
Not at all. And Chapmanville maybe trying to have a little bit of a will there, but there is a penalty flag down on the Tigers, a holding call. And yet again, especially for both these teams offensively, when they get a little momentum, they've just been killing themselves with a turnover or a penalty.
You can't have penalties and turnovers. I think I might have mentioned that earlier.
Once or twice. Another score from the state there. Wheeling Park up 27-13 on Musselman at halftime. Just down the road, the team Winfield doesn't like that much in Herc, and they went to Parkersburg, and they're up 21-14 at the half. Spring Mills hangs half 51-0 in the third quarter over the South Hagerstown, Maryland Rebels. University 49-0 over Buchanan Upshur. And Woodrow and Parkersburg South 14-3. Parkersburg South leads Woodrow and Beckley in the third quarter. And here comes a big second down play here for Dalton. Out of his own end zone, will throw it deep. Took your advice, Coach Goebel. Good coverage there.
Yes, it was. Well, on both sides of the ball, we've been talking about the secondary play. Very few times we have seen somebody just wide open.
No, not at all, unless it's been short.
A couple crossing routes or something like that, or comebacks, but nothing deep.
Nice coverage there by Cody Green.
I haven't been able to say my favorite thing, that he was wide open as 7-Eleven on Christmas Day.
It's not. That's pretty wide open. That is pretty wide. The only place in town, that's for sure.
There you go.
And so here we go, 9:34 showing here on the stadium. We got 9:31.
See, Winfield's going to blitz here. I believe they're just going to play some defense.
And if I'm Chapmanville, I might just be running the football here. They're going to throw it. Interception for the Generals. Touchdown, Winfield. Nicely done. Aiden Tate, the sophomore, making the big play and knew what to do with it once he got it. That's a backbreaker there for Chapmanville.
I believe the Generals had a little too much fun in the end zone there. I think I saw a flag.
And Coach Smolder might not be happy with it, but if I'm those boys after that, Coach Goebel, I'm pretty happy too. Pretty excited as well. But you can't showboat too much. And Aiden Tate letting the boys know he's pretty pumped.
I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do, but these guys are playing their tail ends off out here. They're excited when it happens, Cut them a break.
Right. I mean, it's been a stalemate since the second quarter and a big play there.
Yeah, it's not like he's, breathing fire or doing backflips in the end zone or anything. He's just jumping around having a little fun,
We might not know what he said. Let's give
that's
the official maybe a little leniency there. They have a tough job too. But Coach Goebel, that's kind of why I said right before the play. That's only bad things happen there, right?
Right.
And they did indeed there as Dalton picked off.
Well,
maybe you live to see another play, right? Maybe you make some play defensively. I don't know.
And I've alluded to the fact all evening long how good a quarterback the quarterback from Chapmanville is. He's a player.
Oh.
And they have done a tremendous job of putting pressure on him and playing coverage behind that.
Shows total confidence that you're throwing the ball either in the end zone, you know?
Well, it's been tough for Winfield to throw the ball, too. I mean, both teams are defending that real well.
So kick coming here now for Maiden Hernandez. Missed one in the first half. He got that one, though. 21-7 our score. 9:25 to go here in the fourth quarter. Generals finally put a little distance between them and Chapmanville. But don't put distance between you and us. Come on back here for more high school football on HD Media presented by RSN.
CJU is a great company to work for. We've been around for 78 years. We are an underground utility construction company all across the East Coast. We are rapidly growing, and we're seeing a huge growth in this market, a huge need for employees. We are always looking for those that are experienced, those that are trying to get their foot in the door. We have positions for everybody. We offer competitive pay. We offer competitive benefits. We take pride in having a family atmosphere at CJU's, and it's truly just a family company.
And we are back here at Winfield High School. The Generals just put their first defensive touchdown on the board of the day, and they now have a 21-7 lead off Aiden Tate's pick six. Coach Goebel, you're Chapmanville now. Well, what's the word in the huddle?
Well, for me, I would go 2-minute offense now. You got to try to move the ball down, put one on the board.
Especially the way Winfield likes to hold the ball on offense, right?
Exactly. They get that ball again, they're going to grind the rest of the game away.
Not necessarily never, but it's getting to be close to that time, right? And here comes the return. Nicely done there.
Real quickly here, I did want to mention the loss of a great Winfield icon and Marshall, son of Marshall, Joe Woody Woodrum passed away this past weekend. The man is a legend in Huntington.
One of the best.
Broadcasted for years. Bleeds green. Woody was Marshall.
Yeah, absolutely. A nice return by Wesley Watts there for Chapmanville. And Coach Goebel, the sentiment's 100% for Woody. He was all green, right? Winfield, Marshall.
Sure was.
And did a great job in the booth there with Steve Cotton. Got to talk to him a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, and see, I'm not trying to sound biased here, but I did graduate from Winfield, and Woody and I met in the 8th grade, and we were friends ever since.
Yep.
Great guy.
And here comes Chapmanville now. Woody would want his Generals to hold this one off, that's for sure. Here comes the pass there. Dalton slings it out to his man Collins.
Gained a foot.
Yep. He wasn't able to slow his momentum there before he went out of bounds. And so now we have a second down and 10. Well, I guess we'll give him an inch, right? Second.
We've got a couple yards there, I think. Yard and a half, maybe.
So Chapmanville here. Decent field position, just outside the 40.
See, with Winfield, too, one thing that I've noticed, and this is just me, I'm not trying to coach again, but, well, yeah, I am. But the secondary like they have, I would take some chances and send some guys now because you know they're going to try to throw the ball.
Here comes Dalton rolling out again. Fires it down the field. And a great catch that time.
Wow.
Andrew Toppin.
Unbelievable.
He's made some fantastic plays here today, and that was a great catch.
Not to mention that it was blatant pass interference on that.
It's like the official just decided, you made the play, we're not going to throw the flag. Big play for Chapmanville. They needed that.
He's going, well, I'm tired. I want to go home. Let me just,
It's after 9.
Yeah.
And we're just now under 9 minutes to go. Dalton will take the snap. Hands it off to Collins. Bounces it outside.
See, look at that. The thing, both defenses, since the first snap, they're still swarming and they're still getting to the football. And it's been a lot of fun watching both these teams play.
A lot of good film for those defensive units and those coordinators to kind of chew on and mull on as they continue to get deeper into September and then into October.
And you get in a situation like this, as a defense coordinator, you're holding your breath every play.
Chapmanville continuing to look for that sign. The clock, though, Coach Goebel, I would say, not in their favor, yet a little bit of a kind of more prudent pace here so far for
Yep.
Chapmanville. He can be now 14. Dalton will take the snap. He'll roll out, continuing to roll. And
Beautiful
that
catch.
ball was caught there on the
Yes, it
sidelines.
was.
What a play. Right there by Austin Atkins. It's like that guy could have made that catch on a Sunday right there and would have been good.
It's tippy-toe city right there, buddy.
Winfield faithful not loving it, but they should appreciate it for sure.
Now, see, this is creating some panic with the Generals now because these guys are going bam, bam, bam right down the field.
Has Winfield on their heels a little bit.
Exactly.
Kind of was trying to throw or run the football a lot there in the third quarter, and now opening it up a little bit more.
And you got to look at what an accomplishment this has been for both quarterbacks throwing against these guys playing man-to-man defense. They've been tough, buddy.
Here comes Dalton, hands it off to Pridemore. Pridemore churning those legs, continuing to move.
That's some 1-2 right there.
Pridemore and Collins, you would think they're going to have some success as we continue to move forward in the AA ranks this season.
Oh, no question about it. I'm sure they'll be in the playoffs. They keep playing like this.
Gain of 4 there.
Because you got to remember, these guys are coming off the ball right now, and they're playing the rear end off, and they're competing with a AAA football team here.
And a good one at that in Winfield.
Yes.
So here comes Dalton. I'll hand it to Cook.
Jet sweep.
Cook had nowhere to go but hit the B button on the spin move. Nicely done by the Generals pursuing that. Some scores from AAA for you. Bridgeport up 50-0 on East Fairmont in the fourth quarter. Washington, Quad 18, went down to Brook, and it's 8-7's last report. Capital and Riverside 18-14 at the halftime. A big third down here coming for the Tigers. 3rd and 7, and we're going to take a timeout for Winfield. They're going to get it all together, and we'll take a timeout with them real quick. You're watching high school football here on HD Media, presented by RSN. And we are back here at Winfield High School. The Generals with a 21-7 lead here in the fourth quarter, 6:52 to go. And if you're watching this game right now on your computer and you'd rather see it on a big smart TV or maybe even your iPhone on the go, make sure you download the free HD Media app, and you'll get access to all the live streams, exclusive shows like Outside the Echo Chamber, and all the local content. Again, it is free. It's the HD Media app. You can get it on your Android platforms, Roku TV, and the Amazon Fire Stick. Here we go, Coach Goebel. Big third down here for the Tigers. Dalton hands it to Cook. Cook will throw it wide open, touchdown.
Wow.
That's your 7-11 you were looking for right there,
There
Coach
you go,
Goebel.
man.
Andrew Toppin, what a great call there. The Philly kind of special.
Well, you know, the thing about that is that's the first time I've seen confusion in Winfield secondary. I don't know what happened there.
Well, and it's kind of like, you know, you've been bringing Cook all day and bringing Collins around on those motions all day. This time Cook, the quarterback ability.
Just let him go. And
little flick of the wrist, and Toppin was wide open.
Wow.
So here comes Jonathan Farrell now. On to attempt the extra point. Big extra point here. And Jonathan got it. It's true. 21-14 now with 6:47 to go. And Coach Goebel, I would almost think Chapmanville scored probably a lot quicker than we even imagined they would have that drive.
Well, you know, I was talking all night long about how I saw them play last week and the ability they had to throw the football, and then they just decided to come out and turn it loose, I guess.
So now Winfield here, you still have a touchdown lead.
No doubt we're going to see an onside kick right here.
You think so?
I would be really surprised.
Still with over 6 minutes to go, I guess the way Winfield plays, you think it kind of almost makes it a necessity for Chapmanville.
Yeah. Well, and I guess that's my mentality. I was always a little bit more of a gunslinger.
You kind of want to take the football. Well, I mean, you know, you get yourself a chance if you get the onside kick versus having to go play defense, and Winfield takes time off the clock there. The field position might give them the ball on about the 30 or 40 anyway, so you're giving up about, 15 yards?
Right.
You take a chance.
Wow, just looked out the window here. What a crowd here tonight to come see their Generals play.
They have no issues showing up here on Friday night.
And Chapmanville also traveling very well with a pretty good-sized crowd on their side.
Absolutely. They got a little haul there when they get out of here.
Yeah. So do I. Past Chapmanville.
Coach Go, well, I'm heading to Pittsburgh first thing in the morning, so
man.
I'm ready for that as well. Here comes Jonathan Farrell. And he's going to pooch that one, and an onside kick called, or a fair catch called there on the pooch kick.
And I guess
Cody Green, the freshman.
I think that I would think the thinking behind that has been all evening that they don't want those little lightning bugs they have back there to break loose on a return.
Is it worth the field position that you continually give up, though? You continually give them the ball on at least the 40-yard line.
Well, it comes back to the person's own philosophy.
Right.
You're going to give up a little field position and stop them, or you're going to kick it deep and have them run it back.
For the most part, Chapmanville defensively, after the first quarter, has stopped them defensively. The only touchdown Winfield scored in the second half has been a pick six.
Yep.
Here comes Easton Pinkerton. He'll pass out to Aiden Hernandez.
Nice job.
Good little run there after the catch by Aiden Hernandez.
Talking about that is it's incredible how many high school football teams these days do not work on open field tackling.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And you see it all the time.
You
want to
get guys in space. If you're an offense, that's the way the game's going this day and age. Even though in high school football you still see some wing tee, some power eye, that kind of stuff.
I coached at a school last year, and we did not practice tackling one time. It's crazy.
Here comes the shotgun snap here. Easton with the pitch forward, and Winfield does get on the football. There is a penalty flag that was thrown.
Oh, boy.
Not sure where we're going with that. Jared Miller got on it for the Generals.
Well, I believe one of the players from Chapmanville came into the pile a little late.
Well, now, Coach Goble, was that also not a forward pitch of the football in the speed option? Looked like it should have maybe an incomplete pass.
I want to find out. I'm not sure. Was the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage, though? That's the question. Then it was a forward pass.
And a holding call on the Generals
we were going to
anyway.
Have offsetting here, aren't we?
I didn't see anything yet signaled against the Tigers. Easton Pinkerton going to take this moment to come over to the sideline and chat a little bit. Big possession here for the Generals. Maybe even more crucial of a possession here for the Chapmanville Tigers. So we're still waiting to confirm with Coach Belcher now and Coach Smolder, both getting some conversations from the officiating crew here. They've been active, but I think they've done a pretty good job for them.
Here comes the call. Holding Winfield.
And that's about the third time that's been signaled.
Wow.
And now we're moving back.
I thought we had a late hit on Chapmanville.
Nothing yet.
Man, what I know.
the penalties were thrown though late.
Yeah,
you wouldn't have imagined it was.
It's kind of weird, wasn't it?
Well, here now Winfield
there.
is
The other way.
I got to be honest, Coach Goble, how long these officials are taking to make some of these calls has been quite confusing.
The only thing that always gets me is they know where the ball's going to end up. But
just put it there.
Yeah, they have to walk their penalty back, then turn around, walk the other one back.
So Chapmanville gets called for the personal foul there.
A little bit of zebra drama there.
Yeah, it's probably one of the worst kinds of drama you'd imagine,
I'll tell you what,
Coach Goble.
it's been a well-officiated game.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. They've always gotten to the correct call. And right there, my goodness, Easton Pinkerton pulled it, didn't see anything, and then got absolutely drilled by Pridemore.
And the old clock-burning offense continues.
It is now ticking under 6 minutes here. Winfield, though, did not get anything on that run at all. And
they may be wanting to chew it up and kick it here.
This entire crowd is still riveted here. Continuing on that clock, the play clock, continuing to churn. Under 10 now as the clock is now at 5:30. Winfield going to try to be content to burn it out. Pinkerton takes the snap, and he's going to surge up in there across to the 44. Going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, Coach Go, what you thinking counter here? You thinking Pinkerton keeps the football and runs with it himself again?
Misdirection would be nice. But you know their coach tell them you got to stop number 12.
Maybe you get Tanner involved here on a run. Everybody's pretty tight. Pinkerton, pull back up. Play clock continuing to turn here. Under 10 now again. 4:50 to go.
I always like the unique stance of Winfield's fullback here.
Landon Hill. You never know which way he's going to go. They bring him about back in the motion, and both of them went.
Back him up.
Jared Miller and the receiver both went in motion at the same time. Can't do that. And now you got a 3rd down and 8 where it was a 3rd down and 3.
Looks like the Generals were too emotional on that play.
Had a little bit too much going there, right? They would say emotional damage there, Coach Goebel.
Yeah, make no mistake, these guys are feeling some pressure here.
Now, the one thing that Winfield does have in their advantage, though,
yes,
that play,
absolutely.
Though. So,
got 9 seconds here. I believe we're going to go time.
Coach Smolder letting it chew down, and he calls the play clock with a 2nd to go.
I think they changed the rule. I should know this, but I believe the head coach is the only one who can call timeout now, I think.
Yes, indeed. Well, that's how it's always supposed to have been. NFL fans could tell you that, too, with Coach Spags there getting one on opening night against the Ravens. But it's the Chiefs. They make their own
and how
rules,
about a couple of those first games where they were making the tackles move up on the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, it's the illegal formation been a little interesting as well.
We always were good at cheating back on that for that pass blocking, Now they're calling that stuff. Offensive tackles can't have any fun.
That's right. They won't even let you catch the ball anymore, like Mike Vrabel style.
That's right.
Well, we got a minute, guys. We want to remind you that HD Media is streaming soccer this year as well. Live streams of 12 soccer matches, thanks in part to the title sponsor, Peyton Law. For complete schedule, check out the High School Game Day Facebook page, and the next soccer stream is set to come to you Tuesday night as the Huntington Highlanders come to South Charleston. Check out all the action on the pitch. And that's the soccer field, Coach Go. Well, just so you know, and that's you can get that. You can get that on the HD Media app.
Yeah, you said soccer. I quit paying attention.
Download it today. Check back in, Coach Go. Big 3rd and 8 here coming. Easton got the 1st down. Nice little roll out there. And complete to Aiden Hernandez.
Well, particularly in this time of the game, players make plays.
Yep, and that's a player right there. What a read as well by Easton Pinkerton. Did get out of bounds, though. That is favorable for Chapmanville there.
Well, it's a good job sprinting out, too, to get away from that pressure,
And so.
And that's, the other thing is, he knows his quarterback real well. Maybe that's what he likes to do. In this situation, if I'm going to throw the ball, I usually ask my quarterback, what do you want to throw?
Yeah. Which way do you want to roll out to? Which routes do you feel comfortable with?
I had a quarterback in Florida that was really good, and we get in 3rd or something like that. After he learned the system and everything, he'd look over at me and tell me the play he wanted to run.
Yep.
He'd hold the numbers at like 84. Go ahead.
Full confidence, right?
Sure.
You can't beat that. Here comes a 1st down here. Easton takes the snap and turns his legs up in there, but a fumble, and Chapmanville got on it.
Wow.
Oh, my. Absolutely crucial. Winfield's trying to put the air out of the balloon, and Chapmanville now has new life.
It's so heartbreaking, and we've seen this a couple times now, to see a kid trying so hard that happens. He's just trying so hard to make things happen.
Pinkerton has been fantastic tonight.
Yes, he has.
But a rough go of it there. Coach Go will score that some in this parts might be interested in, and kind of surprising. We have Nitro and Hoover tied at 7 in the 4th quarter.
Wow.
With those defenses have come to play as well. Fairmont Senior 35-3 over Preston. and Winfield. Chapmanville, big game here. AA Chapmanville trying to knock off AAA Winfield. Dalton back in the gun. He'll check it down to Cook. Cook across to the 30. And a great tackle right there by Landon Hill. So not much on that play. And the clock continues to churn here. 3:30 and counting.
Trips to the left once again.
Dalton out of the gun. He'll take the snap. He'll roll to the left. And he'll fire it to his man down the field for a first down.
Well, I'll tell you one thing I've seen.
Andrew Toppin again.
One thing I've seen tonight out here, 2 quarterbacks that are cool as a cucumber under pressure, buddy. They get out there, they're balling out. They're doing a great job.
Making some big time plays. And this clock starting to become a little bit of a factor here in this game. Chapmanville obviously in 4-down territory. You imagine the rest of the way as we churn now to 3:10 to go. Hands it off out of the gun. Not a lot there. Collins on the carry.
Winfield shutting down the sweep there. Good job defensively.
And no effort there. Weren't able to get moving at all. Coach Goble, a few more scores there. Meadowbridge, 18-0 over Wyoming East. Williamstown, 29-19 in the fourth quarter over Wheeling Central.
Wow.
Scott taking on Sissonville with a 42-0 score. And Wahama went to Ravens, wins up 40-0 at halftime. Dalton rolls out to the left, fires it down the field, and he tried to get Andrew Toppin just a little too strong there.
Yeah, double coverage too. Tough throw.
Polka having a resurgence this year, up 32-0 on Buffalo at the half. North Marion 27-12 over Phillip Barber. Independence, Coach Goble, and Nicholas County 27-7.
Wow.
Tug Valley up 7-0 on Logan in the third quarter. Lincoln 28-6. Big 3rd down and 8 here coming in this ball game. Dalton on the 45, and Coach Smolder's going to run down there, and he's going to take a timeout. So some more scores here for you real quick. 47-14, Doddridge County took on Gilmer in the single A ranks. Greenbrier West and Payton City. Payton City had to forfeit the game. Petersburg 25-14 lead over Pendleton County, one of the big games in single A. And real quickly here while we have a moment, we'll take a timeout. You're watching high school football here on HC Media, presented by RSN.
Hi, I'm Brad Austin, attorney at Wolf Williams in Austin. You know, Joe Wolf's been representing coal miners and disabled folks for over 45 years. Our team of attorneys have over 200 years of combined legal experience. Navigating federal black lung, Social Security, or workers' compensation can be a long and difficult process. Let us help.
Wolf Williams and Austin, attorneys at law. Call 304-461-7744.
And Coach Goble, we are back here at Winfield. 21-14 our score. Chapmanville has the football after the fumble by the Generals when they were in the salt away offense. Now they're on the 45 here. What are you running here for Chapmanville, and what are you doing for Winfield?
I'm going to try to run something. I wouldn't try to go real deep here. I'll try to run some kind of combination route, just enough to get behind the sticks to get a first down.
Bringing everybody over to the left. Dalton comes back to the right, hit his lineman, though. Not a lot going there.
Is that a flag on the play there? Can't tell if it is or not.
Don't know, Coach Goble. No indication that there's any flags.
Okay.
So now we got a 4th down and 8. This is the play of the game here.
That was an all-out blitz, that last play.
He brought everybody. And I think if Dalton would have not ran into his lineman there, he might have been able to make a big play.
I think Coach Smolder was even out there on that book.
He's firing up this crowd as well.
And here they come again.
And a false start, I believe, from Chapmanville, unless they called a timeout prior. They did get the timeout.
And ladies and gentlemen, you're getting ready to probably see, well, I don't know, you never know the turnovers we had, how they happened. But,
minute 53 here. This, like you said, Coach Goble, play of the game coming up here
And you know something that I just thought about too? We have not seen a single screen all night long.
Not for Chapmanville. You've seen a few for Winfield.
You know, the quick ones. I'm talking about the good old-fashioned pull two linemen
screen,
out.
right? Yeah.
Pull the big hoggies out there and let them knock those little defensive backs around.
Guy who used to make some big hay on those slip screens, Avon Colburn, and Mountaineer fans listen to him and get hyped up for the backyard brawl tomorrow with Pitt. Another great season of college football. Listen to that Touchdown City show. Listen to Avon and company as they break down the game against the Panthers, and then look forward to the matchup against the Jayhawks to open up Big 12 play. And we're looking forward to this one here, Coach Goble. Big fourth down here.
Here we go.
Dalton in the gun. Holds out. Back to pass. And he absolutely got creamed right there. Austin Lynch, the senior, lays the wood. Coach Goble, I'm getting hot up here in this booth after watching that. That's textbook right there. He absolutely laid the wood to Dalton. And you can hear the crowd here. They are fired up.
Textbook tackle on that one.
Still need to probably get at least a first down. Chapmanville still has some timeouts. And we do have a man down here.
I coached a lot of football from middle school to high school to college. And the darndest thing you'll ever see, if you watch it every level, even up in the NFL, what blows offensive line's mind for whatever reason is what they did there. Just simply walk an extra guy up on the end of the line. And it just screws up all of your protection unless you have a check down with one of your backs, and they'll just come freeze the bird off the edge like it happened there.
And nobody was there at all. And Dakota Dalton took the worst of that for sure. Glad he's up and on his feet. And so now Winfield here, Coach Goble, needs to find a way to get a first down. Chapmanville does have 2 timeouts. Minute 47 to go. Pinkerton under center. And he's going to hand it off this time. Every angle.
Well, I would be amazed if Winfield would even think about throwing the football here. So.
No chance.
But if you do go on an all-out blitz, you got to make sure that everybody's playing gap responsibility, and you have to have somebody to protect for the wide run.
Are you expecting here for Winfield to keep the ball in the hands of Easton Pinkerton, the quarterback, and allow him to make the play, or do you think you get it back in the hands of Aiden Hernandez and Miller again?
I think I do a little bit of both, really.
Yeah. All right.
Hernandez, he's like a runaway truck back there running that football.
We got a minute, and the stadium clock now showing minute 45. We have a minute 33 on our clock here. And so, a little confusing. Oh, we're going back to a minute 45. Now they're going minute 48 here. Ethan, I'm making you work out here really difficult. Been a lot of clock things going on here this evening. Chapmanville wants every second of it. Winfield wants to burn every second of it off. So now that you have only one timeout, Coach Goble, is there any strategy on how you maybe use this here if you're Chapmanville? Do you have to use it the next play?
I think it just depends on what happens, actually.
Right. Here comes Pinkerton. He'll bring Miller in motion. He will not hand it off. He'll fake it, get to the outside, to the 20. Gets out of bounds inside the 15-yard line, and now, Coach Goble, I think it doesn't matter when you take it, they went out of bounds, obviously.
Good old single wing play right there. You're faking the sweep and running the quarterback trap back away from it. That is a tough play to defend.
But I imagine the Generals might take 3 knees now. Maybe not sure on the clock math there, but I think that's what Coach Mulder and the guys are trying to figure out too. Minute 30 here.
It's impressive, too, how both of these teams, how well coached both of them are, you know.
It's been a fantastic football game here
man,
tonight.
I'll tell you what.
Pinkerton takes it. Continues to churn his legs. Gets down to the 5-yard line.
Bringing that quarterback trap again, blocking down and pulling the backside guard, kicking out, and there he goes.
Chapmanville will take their final timeout. And Coach Goebel, we've watched a fantastic game here today. Who would you go with for player of the game at this point in time? It's a tough one, right?
Have to be Pinkerton, I would say.
Yeah, Pinkerton's been great. I might give a little love to Aiden Tate there with the pick six.
True,
that's the
well.
difference in the football game right now.
Might have to share it.
Yeah, and the offense. That's right. And the offensive line for both teams have been pretty good.
Yes.
Both these teams, you think, make reservations for the playoffs there in November?
I would be really surprised if both of them aren't in it. You know.
Yep. Especially with the new systems now and the new classifications.
Of course, this is the time where I always like to say, anywhere you go, say something good about high school football or football in general. It's a great sport. It's great for young men, and it's good for the community. It's just really good. Say something good about the game.
A fantastic night. I figure all the faithful clad in green here will have some good things to say as they leave the stadium here this evening, unless they're stuck in traffic in that field there after. And they'll hand it off, and they'll score the touchdown there.
Nice.
Touchdown for Aiden Hernandez, his second of the ball game. This one on the ground, and the Generals are now up 27-14. Nice finishing touch. You can maybe give it to Aiden Hernandez as well. The way he was playing in that first half, the big touchdown reception, the run, was all over the field on defense as well.
And make no mistake about it, too, one of the things that has helped Winfield and do well is what they've always had, which is a tremendous strength program. Those guys are weight room rats.
Well, and that's key, though, especially with your offensive line and wanting to lean on them in the fourth quarter. You got to be able to be a tough football team, and Winfield most certainly is a tough football team. And we'll take a break real quick here. We'll come back and wrap up this last minute and 15 seconds here from Winfield. You're watching high school football here on HD Media, presented by RSN.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
And we are back here at Winfield High School down along the river in the green and black. Coach Goebel found a way tonight. 28-14. I guess Chapmanville might have something to say about that at minute 15. You know, they'll be slinging some passes here.
That's true.
But
Fat lady hasn't sung yet.
What have you seen that you've liked from Winfield? What have you not liked from Winfield?
Well, I like how they stay after you. They're resilient. Like I was talking about, great strength, good teamwork, and just, you know, I think if they, like I said, work on their passing game a little more. Not that it's really bad. They just need to do it more often, I think. If
create a little more balance, right?
Yeah, if they're going to need it down the road if they get in the hole, you know. But I like that. And,
fantastic kick, by the way, by Aiden Hernandez. Young man has a boot along with the ability to score some touchdowns.
And they're impressive how they play together, both of these teams.
Yeah, create a little balance on offense if you're Winfield. Maybe be a little more sound with the penalties and the turnovers.
Sure.
But you have that. That's football.
Yeah, and you know, the thing about it is that if you go back and watch this game, that's exactly what dictated who won.
Yep, exactly. Winfield made a few more plays. And
I think somebody said something about penalties and mistakes.
we were talking it up in the
Yes,
first
sir.
half, that's for sure. Dalton back to pass. He'll fire it down the field. And what a pick by Trevon Tanner, his second of the game. That young man is a fantastic cornerback, Coach Goebel, and I think some coaches that coach on Saturday might be wanting to take a look at that young man.
He's a player.
Fantastic, and that's a nice little exclamation point on it for Winfield. Coach Goebel, real quick before we get out of here, because we know we're going to see some knees now, you'd imagine, from the Generals.
Yeah.
What'd you like from Chapmanville?
Well, I like how resilient they were. You know, there's quite a few times they could have laid down and just said heck with it, and they didn't. They stuck right in there and kept everything. They're going to be very successful in AA. They're going to do a great job.
Yep, they kept putting their face in the fan, right?
Sure.
And continually kept coming back. Look like they have some explosive plays on offense too.
Yeah, they're just, and we get carried away and forget it's still young in the season. I mean, we're not even at the halfway mark yet. And there's a lot of things that you can fix and polish up that you need to work on from week to week, and I think Chapmanville will do a lot of it.
Absolutely. The Tigers will fall to 1-2. The Generals now to 2-1, and why wouldn't we have another penalty, Coach Goebel?
Sure. I mean, those guys, I can't believe they waited that long.
I don't know. Did the officials do they get paid by the penalty? I don't think they do. So
no, believe me, if they got paid by the penalty, we'd be here till about midnight,
that's
and that's
right.
without any thunderstorms.
That's right. We're a little fortunate there. For great weather here in Winfield this Friday night. They're going to continue to run the football, and there goes Easton Pinkerton with a big run. Don't know if we got some bad blood between these two programs. Ohio State, Michigan, Pitt, West Virginia, tomorrow type of bad blood. Didn't know we had that between Chapmanville and Winfield.
Well, I believe it's time to kneel it down now.
Still looking at the sideline there. 40 seconds and counting. It's all about getting reps, I guess, Coach Cook.
Evidently.
Aiden Hernandez patting his head on the side. It's almost like he wants him to throw the football to him. And they'll take the knee. Great football game here. Winfield improves to 2-1. Chapmanville falls to 1-2. Both teams are in the top 10. Both teams should remain in the top 10, Coach Goebel, after this game here tonight. Any closing words for the folks?
Like I said, get out, find you a good game somewhere and go watch it. If not, tune in to us and we'll bring you all the action.
Absolutely. Great to have you here with us tonight from Winfield. The final 28-14. Thanks for joining us here. You're watching high school football on HC Media presented by RSN. Enjoy your college football weekend as well. Until next time, y'all, take it easy.
Have a good night.